Well, today I'm excited because I'm getting to drive a brand I really don't get much access to. Aston Martin in North America, well, here in Canada, don't really put on press cars readily, so you have to go to the used market to get one of these. This is a 2014 Vantage. What's unique about this car? Manual transmission. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So 2014, it's not that long ago, and this car has some benefits and the fact that it still has a lot of modern technology in it. So I want to say, first of all, thanks a lot to my buddy at corecars.com here in Vancouver for letting me drive this really lightly used 2014 model. He's always got cool cars available. Go to his website, check it out, have a look for yourself. There's always something fun and interesting on there. As I mentioned, this car has only got 27,000 kilometers on it. That's about 16,000 miles. The one you're looking at here is a one-owner car, local full Aston Martin service in Vancouver. And this car was owned by someone who special ordered this special combination of color and interior. And it is, in my opinion, drop dead gorgeous. These cars are hand-built in England, aluminum body, hand-built V8 engine. There was an optional V12 for this car. This is the V8. And what's unique about the design is that the V8 engine sits far back in the engine bay, so the weight of the car is perfectly balanced front to back. So just a beautiful car to look at. I would say probably its closest competitor in size and design would be the F-Type from Jaguar. And I think that's who's probably going to buy this model. This era is somebody who's maybe shopping for that car, but wants a little bit more, wants some Aston Martin action. Let's get in, go for a drive. Now, before we go for a drive, I just want to touch on the way these cars are put together. The level of finish and materials in here is really fantastic. Like, everything on the inside of this car is covered in leather. Even where the head supports are, you know, the rollover protection behind the driver and passenger seat, that's all hand stitched leather. Inside, behind the seats there's a little hook to hang your jacket, also stitched with leather on the inside. This is just beautiful. Everything is finished perfectly. When you open the hood, the braces across the engine compartment, just this beautiful aluminum. Even the hood mounts, the struts are chromed. It's just really well done. And as I mentioned, I don't have a lot of exposure to this brand. I've driven a few Aston Martins over the years, but this is a nice surprise. Now, it does show a little bit of its age, considering this is a car from 6+ years ago. Maybe some might not like this sort of silver finish on the dials in the center of the console here. But what's interesting is this is actually making a comeback. If you look at Mercedes-Benz products, they're putting more of this sort of shiny silver look back into their cars. So maybe everything goes around, comes around. Also, this car has a custom color on the inside. It's got mahogany trim in the center of the console, which has a hidden Navi screen. You push the Navi button and the screen folds up and down. I kind of like that. It doesn't distract from the view and really makes the cabin look very clean. Now, one thing that's interesting, when you open the door doesn't swing straight out. It swings sort of up. It kind of scissors up a little bit. Now, it's not exactly like a supercar swing scissor door, but it's not like every other car on the road, I'll tell you that. Real aluminum on the door handles. You know, I can't get over the level of finish. These carpets look like the real wool. Now, to start it, you take the key and you put it into the slot in the center of the console, and you push that in. Voila, she's alive. All right, let's go for a spin. All right, 0. Oh, don't lose my cheat sheet. To 60 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds. Boy, does that sound good. So under the hood is a 4.7 liter naturally aspirated hand-built V8 engine. As I mentioned, it's plumbed back deep into the engine compartment, so it's sitting more into the center of the car. And this is a manual transmission. At this era, they had an automatic, which was the very first sort of sequential gearboxes. So it had a single clutch, and those were not the best. They could be kind of what I call herky-jerky, so not the smoothest execution. But this is the rare spotted owl. I mean, a manual transmission in a beautiful car like this. It's just so cool. So the throws are really quite nice. Love that sound. Oh my God. And what a beautifully balanced car. I love this. I'm really surprised. I'm shocking myself. I didn't know what to expect. So I think that this car is a great grand touring car. A car like this, you want to drive to your cottage on the weekend, put the roof down, take it out on a Sunday morning. This is the perfect car for that. But it has a lot of prestige at the same time. When you pull up to the country club, and by the way, the trunk in the back is clearly designed so that it has enough room to put a golf bag or two back there. So when you pull up to the country club to meet your buddies to go golfing, nobody else is going to have a car like this. And there's something appealing about that. I like that. Can heel and toe downshift. Great steering feel. You know, a lot of people complain that there's not a lot of direct feel any longer. Over boosted power steering. That's not the case with this. It's got a very nice weight to it. So this car spent its whole life here in Vancouver. It's had its whole life serviced by Aston Martin, and it's only got 27,000 kilometers on it. It does have Bluetooth connectivity, and it does have also navigation. So it's got its toes in the past, but still some nice modern touches. 420 horsepower, lightweight aluminum body, perfect balance, nicely executed. Why have I waited so long to drive a car like this? Why have I waited so long? I don't know. I like it though. Okay, coming up to a roundabout, heel and toe downshift. In we go, and feel the balance. That's really nice. Out the roundabout. I like this. As I said off the top, I don't get a lot of access to Aston Martin cars, so it's nice to drive one that is almost like new. This is barely broken in. It is in perfect condition. I love this color combination. So this car, when it was brand new in Canada, was over $185,000, and here we are 6 years later, and it's $85,000. Those are Canadian dollars, by the way. I said it at the beginning. I think the person that's going to probably buy this car used would be somebody that's maybe shopping for a Jaguar F-Type. Instead of having a supercharged six-cylinder, you can have a beautiful naturally aspirated V8 and a manual transmission and a much more prestigious badge on the front. Maybe someone's looking for a 911 Cabriolet. This could be an option. I didn't know what to expect when I picked this up this morning to drive, but boy, it has impressed me. What a beautiful car.